FBHL podcast. Tonight we have Colorado owner Josh Senna. How you doing, buddy?
Good, bud. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So we don't got a lot of time here, but we're gonna briefly talk about your Colorado Avalanche. How do you guys think you're gonna do this season?
Like we were talking about before, on paper, I honestly think we have, probably, if not the best, now that Dallas is gone, one of the best rosters out there. I think we're having trouble that every other team that has a lot of LG guys has, where, um, they on Monday, Tuesday, it's tough to get guys to play, and then Thursday, Friday's a bit of a crapshoot. So Thursday's really the only day a lot of guys can play. So we got guys like and Jedi and JD, who's my GM. When they play in the NHL, obviously those NHL games are going to come first. So it's we got to rely on our CCs. It just leads to no, not really a lot of chem out there. So
Yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
it's it's a bit of a crapshoot. We should be doing better, but like I said, it's tough, and we got some forwards playing D to fill spots, and it's just not the easiest thing to do, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. It's no, you guys, by the looks of it, you certainly do have a good roster. Once that chem starts going, it's definitely gonna be a scary team to play against. Um, it's I'm really looking forward to seeing how well you guys do this season. You guys are a good-looking team on paper, like you said, and I think you guys can do a lot of damage this year.
Yeah, I agree. We talked about it. We made some big trades, I think, recently. We picked up Poirier from Seattle. He asked for a trade, and
Yeah,
he's the reigning MVP. He's a good player. He's got good avail too. So that was an easy pickup for us. Um, Picked up a couple other guys from the former Dallas team. Troy, and we picked up Howard too. It's definitely a different look for us. Like I said, it's all going to be about um, guys showing up, guys with uh, getting chem easy. So
yeah,
um, it's it's just not easy when you're rolling one, two, sometimes three ECUs every game.
yeah. No, for sure. Looking at stats here, Poirier's got 21 points in 5 games. He's starting the season off where he left off last season. Um, Having that addition of Jeremy Poirier, I think that's really gonna help you guys improve your push, especially with what's going on with Dallas and uh,
Yeah, I agree. I was if guys who are in the game day chats and in the owners chats, me and JD, and I'm sure we felt the same way. Jesse, and we thought that the punishment was a bit hard. Um, Distracted's a good guy. I played. He was on my LG team for a bit there. Um, it was a shame. It's a shame to see that
yeah,
he
for
get
sure.
banned, and I think the writing was kind of on the wall a bit. If he got banned, a lot of those guys he had coming, like Tom Along and CJ, those guys were those guys couldn't be gone the second Jesse was gone too. So it's a shame. I know everybody talks about how LG's the league to play in.
Yeah,
And when you get guys coming over the Facebook league, you want to keep them. So that's why I thought that the ban should have been a little lighter. But it is what it is. League made their decision.
yep, no, for sure. Yeah, with Dallas being out of the equation, it definitely helps. I'd say every team's chances. Dallas was one of the best, and um, it certainly improves the Central Division with teams' chances. I mean, Dallas could, with what they're bringing in, who knows? But in my opinion, I think Dallas is just gonna need I think Dallas is just gonna need to chill out and uh, I'd say maybe
Yeah.
just see where it goes. It's kind of hard to say
I didn't
where
even know.
Dallas is gonna go now,
Did they pick up
but
like a new owner and all that? Like I didn't even
I'm
notice.
not sure at the moment. But um, yeah, no. Colorado. If there's one team you guys wanted to beat this season, is there any specifics?
Well, it was Dallas, obviously. Definitely
For
Winnipeg.
sure.
It's a shame every time we draw Winnipeg, it seems like we see their best, and they really haven't seen ours. We played Winnipeg in preseason there, and then we played them once this year, and they spanked us pretty bad. And preseason we lost in the regular season. Um, and we were throwing, we had a couple ECUs, if they
Yeah,
saw our best line, it's a shame they haven't seen that yet. And we've seen some of their best, I think. They threw clutch at us. We saw Yeet, and Skylar's a good player too. So
yeah,
I
for
definitely want
sure,
to, and Winnipeg's definitely one of those top teams that everybody's gonna keep an eye on. So I if there's a team I want to beat, it'd be Winnipeg. Um,
for sure.
obviously, I'm sure you're in the same boat considering you did it tonight. But everybody wants to beat up on St. Louis. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, it's not. I mean, the owner seems like a good guy. I don't know him at all. But he's always pumping his own tires in the chat, and he's a little Don Cherry, like giving the scouting reports to everybody. I don't know it. Some of the
yeah,
boys talk about it. It gets a little old, but he is what he is. He believes in his team. It seems like they got some good chem going. Um, so I mean, it's funny. You look at their roster, and nothing really sticks out. I look at a roster like ours or or Winnipeg, and that on paper they should get a good old fashioned spanking from us. But like I said before, it's all about getting those first lines at them. But
yeah, for sure. It's definitely hard to play against top teams. Um, it's always going to be a tough competition. I think in the Central, I still think Central is probably one of the best divisions in the league for sure. A lot of tough teams in there.
yeah,
Um,
I mean that's why we made a little bit of a change because originally we were Columbus and then we flipped and we wanted to run into Distracted and those guys a bit more, get some competitive games going. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I think it was a good switch. Get more competitive games that may come playoff time. You know, you guys are prepared and um, ready to take on whatever team. You guys play in the toughest division in the league. Um, that way, you guys are set for whatever team, really. Um, but I do believe, it's only 12, 13 games into the season now. I still think you guys are going to come out. You guys are sitting just outside of a playoff spot right now, but you guys are tied for that playoff spot with Dallas.
yeah, yeah, we picked up a win tonight. I think we've had only two or three forfeits, so not great, not bad, but it all comes down to getting our best players to get those guys in games. If we get Gui and JD playing four
Yeah,
games a
for sure.
week, I think it's a whole different ball game because those guys don't need a whole lot of help to pick up wins for sure. I mean, Gui's a 70-point getter in the NHL. He's 6, 7 mil. He's probably, if not the best, one of the 2, 3 best players in Facebook League for sure.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's definitely a hard player to play against. Very well-rounded player. But I wish the best for you guys. Seriously, you guys seem to have a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
squad.
you as well. I was happy to see you guys pick up the dub tonight. Someone had to do it at some point. Like I said
Oh
before,
yeah.
like the guys in there always pumping his tees, and it got old. I'm gonna be honest, it got old. Like me and my GM, my brother always say like Someone, someone's got to give him a spanking here at some point.
Oh yeah, it's it happens to every team. Um, it
Yeah,
it's just how it goes.
and yeah, it really is. Not to call anybody out or anything, but like we were talking about before with the whole Jesse thing. You see a kid like what the hell, whatever his name is, K. Joes, or whatever that clown's name is from St. Louis, the guy that was always on there causing fights and all that. He picked up like the week suspension for something very similar to what Jesse did. And, me and JD were saying, like, if Dallas was bad, or if Dallas was a weaker team or whatever, I think he gets the same suspension that K. Joes does, like the week or whatever that kid picked up. But I think it was kind of to stick it to one of those better teams, and it's a shame. Like I said, it's a shame that what happened, and we're losing a good team. But
Yeah,
hopefully,
it's
whoever picked up Dallas, hopefully they can build up what was thrown at them.
yeah, for sure. Um, it's definitely gonna be a hard job, but I think it'll come back, and um, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing how Colorado does this season. It'll be a good
Yeah,
season for you guys. Like I said, it's only the
yeah,
beginning of the season. Chemistry will pick up, and you guys will be one of the top teams, I think.
yeah. I mean, we hope so. It's only week 2. If
Yep,
anybody
for
that
sure.
follows LG, if anybody the guys that follow LG, the Sabres last season were fucking one win away from the Stanley Cup, and they started out like bottom of their division, all that. So it's a long season. It's a long 82 games.
For
So
sure, yep.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Um, I know you said you didn't have a whole lot of time here, so we're gonna cut things short for you. And
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
really appreciate having you on here and talking about your team quickly.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. If I'm sorry my GM couldn't join. He's a bit more feisty than I am. He probably would have ruffled some feathers, but you know, you get what you get.
Well, again, I appreciate you joining, and I wish the best for your team.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right, man. Take care.